Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Monday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Jim Hardy. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. A lot to talk about. Some recruiting news across several sports, actually. A lot benefiting Auburn in a good way. So we'll talk about that a little bit. College World Series, as Marv Albert would say, it has come down to this. One final game between Texas A&M and Tennessee tonight on ESPN. This is for all the marbles, so we'll see what happens with that. Talk about some just bounce around. Obviously, it's a little bit of a slow week. You got the 4th coming up. Certainly hope everyone is planning to have a nice little celebration there, celebrating America. But again, we always love to hear from you. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind, or you can dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z, and comment away. Check us out on our YouTube page. Just look up the Auburn Blitz there. Go and subscribe to that, or like those pages. We really, really would appreciate it. Jim, we'll begin today with Alvin Henderson. This is the end of last week. He decides to flip from Penn State to Auburn. He is a 4-star running back from Elba, Alabama. Pretty much everybody thought about this. We talked to people in the know at Auburn, and even from the beginning when he committed to Penn State, it just seemed like they were like, okay, just hold off, kind of be patient with this one. It seems like, eventually he is destined to end up in this Auburn class. Now, again, he committed to Penn State. He flips. Now he commits to Auburn. Does that mean that he's guaranteed to sign with Auburn? No. But I think this is probably Hugh Freeze and the staff have been after him. He talked about how consistent they were in never giving up on him and always, saying, hey, you're our guy. And so it's a big-time running back. He is considered in the composite the number 113 player in the country, number 8 running back, number 11 player from the state of Alabama, 5'9", 200-pound Alvin Henderson. So, it just it boosts Auburn's class up a little bit, and it looks like Auburn is probably going to take 2 running backs in this cycle. This is a big one right here. Just go ahead and put him on the board.
Oh, yeah. It's very big anytime you can get an in-state guy that the other team wanted, as we all know who the other team is. And I'm with you. I think his commitment, I think you, as a young high schooler, you go out to these places to Penn State and see the lights and the pretty things and the girls and all that, and you get excited over a weekend and you go, okay, I'm coming, Coach. Coach, can you remember the guy's name? Franklin.
Yeah.
Coach Franklin, I'm coming, and I just want you to know that I'm coming. But then when he has a moment to come back down to earth and realize, okay, look, there's a lot more family in Alabama that can see me play and come to ball games at Auburn. I've been at Auburn a million times. They've been, like you said, they've been recruiting me since I've been in 8th grade. He's like, it just feels like family to me. He's like, it's time to commit. And I think I even saw a report where he said he was shutting down his recruiting. Like, basically, he was done.
Yeah. I hope that's the case. You never can tell in this day and age, but this one feels pretty solid. And again, it just always seemed to have this kind of feel to it. This now bumps Auburn's class up to number 4 in the country across the composite. It might be higher. In some circles, it might be lower on other services. But Auburn with now 16 commitments in this 2025 class. Right now, Ohio State is at the top by a pretty wide margin, actually. But they've got 18 commitments. Alabama is in the number 2 spot with 18 commitments. Right behind them is Notre Dame with 21 commitments, and Auburn, a pretty good gap between them and Notre Dame, sitting at number 4. Georgia only has 13 commitments. They're sitting in the number 5 spot. So, but still, you know, in order to get into the top 4, you got to actually be in the top 4.
Right.
So it's a good place to be. It's a place that Auburn has not occupied. And there are so many big fish still out there for this Auburn team.
Oh, yeah.
I.e. Juju Lewis.
Right.
And, you know, what all comes with that, there's just a lot of chatter about that. But that could be very, very interesting to see what happens with that as you see these classes start to come together and putting the final touches on them.
Yeah, and I think that's what we've, alluded to before on the program is everybody wants to see who your quarterback, your signal caller is going to be because they want to come play. I think you and I have talked about it off the air that if I'm a 5-star wide receiver sitting out here, I'm waiting to see where Juju goes because I want to go play with him because it's pretty well not guaranteed, but as close as you can be to guaranteed. If a kid like him goes somewhere and play, he's going to make a difference.
Yeah.
And if I'm a receiver, I'm already looking at it at the roster there. If something happened to Juju, look, there's Walker White sitting right there. So we've got 2 back-to-back good quarterbacks that are there waiting, for some of these guys to come in and play.
That's an interesting. I mean, are you? Every year, it's the next guy.
Right.
It's the next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody was all about Walker White last year. Now everybody's all about Julian Lewis. I would love to see those guys compete.
Oh,
For the starting job. I think that would be really, really good to see. But again, you go back to, with Lewis, there's a lot of chatter about, some big-time players, several 5-star guys, making it known to his father that, look, if you go here, we're going to follow you there.
Right.
Will that happen? Is it true? I'm sure that it's true in theory, but will it happen eventually? We'll see. Does that the same thing happen if he signs with Colorado? If he signs with USC? Are those guys headed out there? Well, you just saw 2 5-star defensive linemen decommit from USC.
Right. That's what I was about to say. That's a hard one to say on the behalf of other kids because if you're making a decision to go to the far west coast and he's a South guy, some of these Southern kids that are 4 and 5 stars, their parents are not willing to let them make that move just because Juju went.
Right.
Yeah.
So, that plays a big part of it.
Now, from what all interest I've seen so far over the weekend, they rolled out the red carpet in Colorado. I heard there was a restaurant named a hamburger after him.
Yeah.
There was a marquee that put his name in the lights up there and saying he was going to save us or come save us, something like that. He met the so-called, I forget her name, but an older lady in her 80s that's like the greatest Colorado fan ever, and he got to eat dinner with her and talk to her. And then they've got big pictures of Shedeur Sanders handing him the keys to the offense, like they played it all the way up as high as you could go.
Sure, I have no doubt that they did. With Deion, he is a king of theatrics.
Yes.
So I'm sure that they made a very impressive showing. So will that make a difference? Depending on who you talk to. Is Colorado a legitimate threat to USC? Maybe. Again, you talk to some people, they say yes. Talk to other people, they say it's more about Auburn.
Yeah. It's back to what we said. If you've got good players that want to go play with good players, right now Colorado's not in that spot.
Right.
They don't have the wide receiver core that we have. they don't have what USC has on that offensive side of the ball. Now, if you're looking for a complete team, I think Auburn is a better defense than USC at the current moment in time, obviously because they just don't recruit them well to go play defense out there.
Right.
So as a whole, if I'm a kid looking for a program that could take me somewhere, get me in the limelight, there's no better place in the SEC to play. You know, as they all say, it just means more.
There's no question about that for sure. Auburn does pick up another defensive back over the weekend as well. They signed former Alabama and, speaking of Colorado, Alabama and Colorado transfer Jaquez Robinson. I think Auburn had a player go down with a knee injury, so this probably has something to do with that. But signing for depth purposes, the secondary is going to be quite young in a lot of places, so the more depth you have, certainly the better off you feel about it. But Robinson arrives at Auburn with 2 years of eligibility remaining as a graduate transfer. He is a scholarship addition, so he played for Charles Kelly in Colorado last year. He signed with Alabama in 2020 out of Sandalwood, Florida. So, he hasn't played a whole lot. He hasn't been super productive. But, again, this is a piece, 6'2", 205 pounds. He's a good size kid for back there in the secondary for Auburn. And, again, they're looking for depth. They're not exactly looking for a superstar to lead the group. But, all right, we will a lot of comments coming through. We'll take a look at those. When we come back, more to come on this edition of the Auburn Blitz.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
The good guys at Alex City Marine are ready for your boating needs all summer. And now you can get up to $4,500 in rebates on our huge selection of new Landau Tri-Tunes and sacrifice pricing on remaining 23 models. Alex City Marine also has a new fleet of rental boats for fabulous days on the water, whether it's service, new pontoon selections, or rental boats. See the pros the locals know. Alex City Marine on Cherokee Road in Alexander City or online at alexcitymarine.com.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Are you ready to save big on a new GMC?
At Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, you can own one of the best-selling vehicles in the USA. The GMC Sierra pickup is discounted up to $14,500 off. The roomy and comfortable GMC Terrains are up to $8,250 off. And the GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7, discounted up to $8,000 off. At Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika,
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Central Alabama Community College. Great place to get a great education right here in Central Alabama. 4 locations: Alexander City, Prattville, Talladega, and Childersburg. Russell Do-It Center. 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor tools, whatever it might be. And J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. For all of your needs, whatever they might be, commercial or residential, no job is too big, no job is too small. Jim, let's go to the Mortgage Pro Eric McKinley hotline. Hey, Jerry, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hello, Andy and Jim. How you guys doing today?
Great, Jerry. How about you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for taking my call, guys. I've got a couple of comments and then a question for you fellas. My comments have to do with recruiting. You were talking about the kid, the quarterback, Juju. Isn't he out of Georgia?
Carrollton, Georgia.
Okay. Well, look, his family, mom, grandma, and, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, whoever, they can load up in their car on Saturday morning or whatever, and they can drive to go see the son and friend play. And that just ain't going to hardly be the case going out to California. It's a long ways off, but that's just my feelings on that, that would be a strong draw there. And speaking of recruiting, I hate to keep beating that dead horse, but Brian Harsin just didn't do anything. It's such a breath of fresh air, so rewarding or exciting to have coaches down there that are really, really trying. Sometimes I think Brian Harsin looked at that Auburn job and he decided he'd just go down there and work out for a year and a half or 2 years and get fired and walk away from millions, because he did absolutely nothing. But I won't say no more on that. And my question to you guys is, I called the other day and I was just wanting to get y'all's input about this year's team. What you think about our front 7, our D-line and our linebackers. I know our secondary is going to be green, but if them guys up front can make some things happen, it sure would help a lot of things on the back end, help our whole team. But I'm going to hang up and listen to what you guys say regarding those front 7 on defense, and I thank you for taking my call. War Eagle, guys.
Appreciate it, Jerry. Thank you. Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, you know, front 7, there's so many – oh, wait, hang that up there. There's so many unknowns on that defensive line, so many new guys. They may be phenomenal. You know, Trill Carter from Texas. Philip Bleedy.
Jason Jones, I think.
Jason Jones Jason Jones, by the way, is up to 335.
Yeah.
That's much a man.
That's a man.
He's about 6'5" and 335. So if he's, you know, if that's all, you know, good weight, and you know, he can be in there and clog up that middle, you know, that could be a huge, advantage for a guy like Keldrick Falk on the outside. Jalen McLeod, is he going to be 100% healthy this year? I think he could have a really, really big year. But there's just so many unknowns on that defensive line right now because I haven't seen those guys play. I love the linebackers. I think Eugene Asante and Austin Keys, and I think they're going to be fine. I think linebacker position, we're going to be fine. But I've honestly got questions about the defensive line just because I haven't seen them play enough to be comfortable with it. But I think we've got more depth this year than we had last year. But I think I'm just going to have to kind of wait and see how they all come together and how that works out. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I tend to agree with you a little bit that you've got to see the bread put in the oven and cook it a little bit first before we can make a judgment on it. But the pieces now, this is what I'll put it to you from a coaching side of it. The pieces, Hugh has went out and filled in our needs. I mean, we got some more tackles that we needed in there out of the portal. We got guys to go on the end. We've got depth, as what you've said now, that we hadn't had in a long time. So if you're literally going to run, like most of these D coordinators SEC now wants to run 3 to 4 guys out there at a time and cycle through and bring in the next 3 so you got fresh legs coming in all the time. We do have that piece there.
Yeah.
Now, is there a Nick Fairley on the group? Probably. We don't know yet, but probably not.
I'm going to say no.
No? Yeah. So if not, then
just because he was the biggest beast I think I've ever seen.
You really got to rely on that rotational piece to get you there, that we got 9 solid pieces that are going to come in the game versus having 3 that are really good.
And how big of a contributor is Amaris Williams going to be? How big of a contributor is Joseph Phillips going to be? How big of a contributor is Jamonta Waller going to be? Those are 3 highly, highly ranked recruits that we bring in, but they're all true freshmen. I think they could all be – if they had the kind of season that Keldrick Falk did last year as a true freshman, can they exceed that? If they exceed that, then all of a sudden you've talked me into believing that Auburn's front seven is going to be much improved. So it's just a matter of
I think the word is they're solid.
Yeah.
We just got to see how much more they can be.
Yeah.
Can they produce those? Can they get pressure on that quarterback? Because we all know it's number 1 in the SEC. If you can't get pressure on these 4- and 5-star quarterbacks, they'll eat you apart.
Well, you want to help out your secondary to kind of, if you think they're the team that needs to get a little bit of experience under their belt, rush the passer. That makes their job a whole lot easier. So that's for sure. And again, I mean, DJ Durkin, I've watched him from afar. At Texas A&M and Michigan, and even going back to I guess where was he? Maryland.
Maryland,
but
that's right. A&M.
I don't quite know what to expect with him. I think I got a general idea, but.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the pieces of him in his past, he seems more like of a guy that wants to come after you on every play. Like he's always sending somebody to kind of make a disruption from different areas.
I know Texas A&M made us look foolish last year offensively.
Right.
So now, a lot of people did that. So that may not be.
When you're limited on what you can do, and they know you ain't got great receivers to throw to, as the greatest coach that used to be in college football, now not anymore, Saban used to say, I want to find out what the other team does best and take it away from them. So if you pass, I'm going to take passing away from you, and you beat me running. We couldn't beat a lot of people running.
No, we can beat. Yeah. All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Runner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin. Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters. Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dayville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 for Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Thank you for the phone calls. Thank you for the comments. We'll get to a few of those. 256-234-6221 is our number. Let us know what's on your mind today. Steve says, what factors are included to rank a player such as this running back that you're talking about, Alvin Henderson? We have had 5'9" running backs previously that never met expectations, such as Dyer and Boobie Whitlow. Well, I'll push back against that a little bit to say, okay, career-wise, Michael Dyer did not meet expectations. But that was because he was insane in his head. You know, he was just crazy a little bit in his head. Mm-hmm. And he had a great year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he ran for over 1,000 yards, and we won a national title, by the way.
Right.
But so he had a great year. Physically, he was great. I want to say he broke Bo Jackson's all-time freshman rushing record, I
about that.
believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought that might be the case. But anyway.
And it was it Steve? Is that right?
Yes.
Steve, one thing you got to remember, too, or you may or may not know on these recruiting sites and the way they put all this stuff together, there's a lot of factors out there that say, oh, he's this fast, he's this quick, he can catch, he can do whatever to accumulate how they give him a score. But the biggest thing is if you see a 5 sitting there, if I'm not incorrect about this, the top 30 in the country get a 5-star. Only 30 kids get a 5-star.
I think that's about right.
If you got a 4-star, that means you're in the top 300. So anybody, I'm not discounting 3 stars, and don't ever do that, because I was just telling Andy, I was watching a documentary thing on, where was that at? Netflix, about Deion Sanders' season this last year and everything they went through. And in the meantime, they were talking about different positions. Well, one of the greatest things that jumped out to me was offensive line. Do you know there's more offensive line that go into star and have long careers in the NFL that are 3 stars than the 4s and 5s put together? Because they're a developmental position where if you get them in there as a strong 3-star, that means that kid's big and strong, but he needs a year to get his feet under him. He needs a year to grow a little more in the system. They grow in a position that's why you want to recruit freshmen to come in for a program. You want to build ladders to where these seniors you got that are leaving, you got some juniors and sophomores that have been there 2 years that are ready to come play and build that process up. So to me, I don't ever discount a 3-star athlete. That doesn't mean a lot. Yeah, he's not quite as athletic as the 5-star, but that doesn't mean you're getting a bad player.
And I think as much as anything, stars mean, like a 5-star means he's ready to compete day one.
Right.
4-star means he's probably ready, but he might need a little bit of time. 3-star just means they might need a year.
Right.
But, I mean, it doesn't necessarily say that they're not athletic or they're not, a good player. It just means they're going to need some time to develop, whereas these other guys are not.
And you just gave the prime example of all of it. Let's take right there on our own campus right now this spring. Our 5-star new wide receiver stepped on the field, and we forgot about all the other 3-stars that were sitting over on the roster that we went out in the portal and got them and brought them in there. All everybody's talking about is Cam Coleman. Cam Coleman.
Here's another thing, too, Alvin Henderson. Think about this. Now, you get into classifications, numbers can be a little difficult to read. But Alvin Henderson in 3 years, has scored 132 touchdowns, I think. I think he's ran for like 7,200 yards in 3 years. I mean, that's 45 touchdowns a year.
Right. Yep.
Almost. So,
well,
that's getting it done. And that's in 10 games.
And again, there's a comparison there that some people want to go say, well, oh, you're playing smaller competition and you're going to be able to do that. Well, you also got a lot of great examples out there to point at. I think Alabama had a great player one time named Derrick Henry. He played at the lowest level of Florida football there was and dominated. Yeah. He walked into the SEC and run over it like nobody was there.
That's true. Of course, he was a freak of nature, too.
That's right.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, there's a lot to like about Alvin Henderson, but as far as how they rank them, there's much more into it than I could tell you. Bubba says, look at where Auburn was this time 2 years ago and where they are today in recruiting. It's night and day. That is amen to that. How did the Buffaloes Colorado season end up? I think we said 4-8.
4-8 and 1-8 in their conference.
Yeah, so this Jaquez Robinson is on his 3rd team in 4 years. That is correct. That's not what you want to see, but it is the case. Some guys tend to travel.
Well, that's
and that's
got a suitcase.
We'll see what happens with that moving forward. All right, continuing the theme of recruiting, changing the sport here. Auburn softball, left-handed pitcher S.J. Guerin said Saturday she will transfer from Oklahoma to Auburn. Guerin, who will have 3 years of eligibility, was rated as the nation's number 20 prospect by Extra Inning Softball in 2022 and the number 10 prospect by FLO, Flow Softball. After redshirting in 2023, Guerin pitched 10 innings in the 2024 season. She had 9 strikeouts and a 0.70 ERA. So very small sample size, but a lot of success in that very small sample size. From Leander, Texas, she was the 5A Pitcher of the Year and a first-team All-State selection as a high school senior. So, look, for the Malvos, the duo, to go out, Chris and Kate, this is a pretty good place to start. Bringing in a really, really highly decorated pitcher with multiple years of eligibility remaining from the best pitching or the best softball program by far in the country.
Mm-hmm. No, there's no, if you want to go cherry pick people from, that's a program you want to go get them from.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm sure their backups are better than most people's starters.
Lyles wants to know, what is Harson doing these days?
I would imagine
anything he wants.
I'd imagine he's sitting on the beach.
Every picture I see, it seemed like him sitting on the beach somewhere. So if I had $15 million in my pocket, then you wouldn't see me again. I'd be in the Bahamas somewhere or something. But yeah, I don't know, and I don't care really, to be perfectly honest, where he is these days. All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community.
The only thing real in this video is the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. This restaurant, it's a green screen. The ground I'm walking on, it's a treadmill. Me? I'm not Mr. Beast.
I'm Chandler. Go get the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. It has Feastables.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
The only thing real in this video is the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. This restaurant, it's a green screen. The ground I'm walking on, it's a treadmill. Me? I'm not Mr. Beast.
I'm Chandler. Go get the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. It has Feastables.
Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is coming soon to the corner of 280 and 49 North in Dadeville. This new 10,000 square foot facility is conveniently located to serve the residents of the Lake Martin area and its many communities. A branch of Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory in Opelika, Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation looks forward to serving your families and your communities, as we have since 1900 at Frederick Dean. 256-750-0381.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Like to always remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines, one of our great sponsors here on the Auburn Blitz. Got monthly specials going on, especially here in June. The food is absolutely tremendous. They got steaks, they got ribs, they got sides that'll make your mouth water. They got their third annual Sip Your Way into Summer event coming up later on in the month of June. Just here, I think, at maybe the end of this month. I mean, the end of this week, I believe. I think like the 27th. So this is going to be another great event for them. But you can go by daily and, look, if you've had a long day, you don't worry about cooking. They'll do the cooking for you. And, again, you will not be disappointed in the food. It is absolutely top-notch. So go and check out Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines today. They got a location in Auburn, there on East Glen, and as well in Montgomery. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. All right, we were talking about, Jim mentioned it, recruiting, you do whatever you got to do.
Oh, yeah.
So apparently Colorado, when Juju Lewis went up there this weekend, there's a restaurant called The Sink, S-I-N-K, The Sink. It is a 101-year-old burger and pizza restaurant in Boulder, Colorado. And apparently they put on the menu Juju's Precision Pass Burger. And it just so happened to coincide with his visit. Shocking. Naming a burger after Juju, do you think this will have any effect?
I think you're reaching when you start doing stuff like that. I mean, because it's definitely a cute little coin thing to throw out there to him, but it's, again, what we've already talked about is the logistics of everything as a whole. You're looking at going out there in the cold. He don't get to play in that kind of weather in Carrollton, Georgia. Yeah. He doesn't know what that – I mean, their first game could be snow on the ground when they get ready to go play. Is that what he wants to play in? True. Yes, you're going to get a little attention playing for Dion. I'll give you that much. But you got to look at what he's wanting to be. If he's wanting to be an NFL guy, where's your shot more at? Is it at USC? Is it at Auburn? Because it seems to be those are the three teams that are left down to his sweepstakes here, we'll call it. And if that's where your ultimate goal is the NFL, who can get you there? Where can I get seen, and what program has got a chance to win to get me there? Colorado, I don't think is on that list.
I would say no as well, but you never know with these kids. I mean, like you say, Alvin Henderson goes up there at Penn State, and you get enamored with things, and you have this feeling It's all that emotion.
The winning is going to fix itself. If Auburn comes out the gate and starts winning this season, and maybe starts the season 4-5-0, you got guys like him, which I think he's already going to be on board before then. I truly believe Juju's coming, but it's going to be a July, the Big Cat weekend. That's what I think's coming. Because
I know Auburn wants to get this done before the season starts.
Here's a little side note, and I don't know for whatever it means, but I've seen it on there, and other people have seen it as well. But Juju put on his X, I think it was a picture of a lion, I believe it was. It wasn't an actual tiger, but it was something to that effect. Okay. Now, what does that stand for? That's definitely not a Colorado buff.
No.
That's definitely not a Trojan. Is he alluding to Big Cat Weekend? Is that the little mystery that's out there? But it's on his X if you want to go look at it.
Well, I mean, if he's impressed by them naming a burger after him, perhaps we can go to Sheila E.'s Burger Barn there on Shug Jordan and see if we can't work out something. Because I guarantee you, having sampled the evidence, that there is not a better burger than Sheila E.'s Burger. They are not a sponsor, by the way.
Well,
but maybe I can work something out with them.
Well, I was fixing to say, we could throw a great one in there as well. We can get him a Conecuh burger named after him.
That's
at
true.
Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines.
There you go.
And get him fixed up.
That might not be...
He could sip his way right on into the program, couldn't he?
There's no doubt. All right. This I found funny. This, again, just goes, this is the college. And you used to everything, you can complain about, and there's certainly a lot of reason for this, but people complain about, when things get on Twitter and, then it just kind of goes viral and you have all these, people commenting about stupid stuff. And that's true. That happens a lot. But it also works out in a very positive and funny way at times as well. Tulane, of all places, but located there in New Orleans, they posted trying to drum up support for people to buy. He's like Mufasa there.
That's what I was telling you.
Okay.
Just a quick update, guys. I was letting him see the picture that Juju's got on his X, and it is it's
like the Lion King. He's looking out over the hilltop there.
Yeah. So you tell us. Maybe you guys got some comments or some expectations there. But I didn't mean to cut him off. But I wanted to show him what Juju's projecting out there, and that ain't a buffalo.
No, that ain't a buffalo. That's interesting. It ain't a tiger either, but
right.
it is a big cat.
Well, now hey, you just said the key word, Mufasa. So that's part of the jungle. We play in the jungle, baby.
That is true. That is for sure. Tulane Green Wave drumming up support for season tickets. Home of the cheapest beer in college football.
Wow.
Imagine
that in Louisiana, of all places.
Yeah. So, but then it got interesting from there. Everybody wanted to chime in on it. Louisiana, one of their rivals, said, put out one that said, no, the actual cheapest beer in college football at Louisiana. And then, again, BYU said they had the coldest chocolate milk in college football.
Okay.
And so it just got funny from then on out. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
When drinking, take a sober ride home, not someone's life. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
At Majestic Caverns, we believe in the power of unforgettable experiences. At a cool 60 degrees year-round, America's most historic caverns guarantees an enjoyable escape. But it doesn't stop there. With over 20 above-ground attractions, including 5 new ones this year, and our Cave Cafe, which offers delicious drinks and plenty of food options. And don't miss our exciting event, Libertaz. On June 29th, July 6th, and July 13th, enjoy live entertainment and much more. At Majestic Caverns, your unforgettable adventure awaits.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Announcing Camping World's Inflation Buster camping program. You can now get into a new RV starting at just $98 a month. We won't let the economy steal your camping season. Take advantage of this very limited time offer and lock in your low monthly payment today.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success.
Catch a ride, not a buzz.
Hey, can you come get me?
Being buzzed still counts. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you, closing things out till 1 o'clock. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call. Let us know what is on your mind. Just to wrap up the whole Twitter war of the season tickets, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors apparently got in on the action as well and claimed that they have the best spam musubi in the sport. I don't know what that is, but apparently it is a Hawaiian thing. But yeah, I don't even know. It doesn't really sound that appealing. But nonetheless, so there you go. Anybody that wants to chime in, what do you have the best of? What would Auburn's be? We have the best what?
Gosh, that'd be a lot to put on that list.
We don't have the cheapest beer because we don't serve beer, at least not yet in Jordan-Hare. But they do serve it at the baseball games now, right?
I thought that was correct. Yeah.
I think that's right, yeah. Maybe they'll start in basketball too. I'm not sure.
Maybe we need to get Pepper Tree to put some burgers in the stadium over there.
That might be a good idea. They do have some pretty good Kanaka dogs, I will say that.
Yeah.
In the stadium. All right, on this day, it is June the 23rd. We are almost through the month of June.
That don't even seem right.
No, it does not. On this day, a lot happening on this day, by the way, June 23rd. 1922, the Chicago Staleys are renamed by their founder, owner and head coach, Papa Bear Hallis, the Chicago Bears became the Chicago Bears on this day, 1922. That has a better ring to it than the Staleys.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it. 1947, on this day, Jackie Robinson, Hall of Famer, steals home for the first of a career 19 times. He stole home 19 times. I can count on one hand how many times I've seen somebody steal home in the major leagues.
Right.
In my life, he stole home 19 times.
That's pretty stout.
19 times.
I'd like to have known his 40.
Yeah. I bet he'd pick them up and put them down. 1955, on this day, the great Harmon Killebrew, Hall of Famer as well, hits his first of 573 career home runs. I believe he's like sixth all-time, 573.
And I could really stand behind that stat because that was before the steroid era and all that. He could hit them.
Yeah, he was a mountain of a man too, Harmon Killebrew. 1979, on this date, Hall of Famer, the great Ricky Henderson, made his debut with the Oakland A's and stole his first base. He would go on to, of course, steal a record.
Every base in the major leagues.
That's right. That's right. So there you go. First steal of home by Jackie Robinson, first home run by Harmon Killebrew, and first steal by Ricky Henderson, all on this day, June the 23rd. Happy birthday today, Roy O. Disney, brother of Walt, co-creator of Disney. What would he think of the company now? Died in 1971. Jack Dempsey, heavyweight champion, born on this day, 1895. I think he was a champion for like 7 years. Died in 1983, so he was way on up there. He's, good grief, 88 years old when he died. How about Chuck Taylor, born on this day, 1901? You ever have a pair of Chuck Taylors?
Oh, yeah, people, that was the thing.
Of course. Billy Casper, golfer, won, I think, 2 U.S. Opens and a Masters. Billy Casper, 1931. Sam Jones won 10 NBA championships with the Boston Celtics. He was a guard on those teams, 1933 to 2021. Jeff Beck, great guitarist with the Yardbirds and many other bands, 1944 to 2023. How about Mick Fleetwood of Fleetwood Mac?
Okay, I know the band, but I don't know that one.
He was a founding member there. Drummer, Mick Fleetwood, 1947. Still getting it done. Peter Weller, born on this day, 1947. Peter Weller, most famous role, RoboCop.
Really?
He got a very unique voice, but Peter Weller. Now, oddly enough, his co-star and partner of RoboCop, Nancy Allen, born on the same day.
Same day.
1950, though, 3 years later.
Ain't that funny?
She was also one of the mean girls in the original Carrie that poured the blood on her head.
Don't guess I know that one.
Psychic. She went crazy and killed everybody. No.
I stay away from those people.
I understand. Joe Penny, born on this day, 1956. One of my favorites in the mid-'80s, Riptide. Or he would be Jake of Jake and the Fat Man. Yeah. Doug Jones, reliever, Major League Baseball reliever, had a big handlebar mustache. He died in 2021.
Seems pretty short.
Yeah, that is. I don't know. It may have been the COVID that got him. I don't know.
That was right
Kurt Smith, half of the famed Tears for Fears. Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kurt Smith. A lot of people know Kurt Smith. They can't remember his partner, Roland Orzabal. Roland Orzabal, the second half of Tears for Fears. Daniel Spencer, D from What's Happening.
You know What's Happening.
Great. Petra Nemkova, a beautiful Czechoslovakian supermodel. J.J. Redick, now the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. And Lionel Messi. Some think could be the greatest soccer player of all time.
You know, and J.J. Redick is another subject for another day, but I saw the other day they said he's never coached nothing, never coached Pee-wee, Little League, college, and you give him the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like, that don't even make any sense.
No. That's the NBA. It's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. He's Jim, I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.